as designers, feeling energetic, being in a state of flow is really important. How do you manage
Yes.
your energy and different states of mind?
I like silence. So I actually really struggle in an office environment because there's always somebody walking by and distracting me. And like, even if I put my earphones in, somebody will just come and pull them out or tap me on the shoulder and give me such a big fright. So I've actually really enjoyed working from home because I could just create a tranquil space where it's just me. I know not everybody had that experience. Like some people had kids running around and it must be way more difficult. And so I think it is really important to create a place where you can focus. You need to be able to focus. So otherwise you're never going to be able to flow if you can't sit down and focus. So one thing that I would say, if a coffee shop is your best way to focus, go to the coffee shop. If you can't sit at your desk and it's just driving you nuts, go and sit somewhere in the corner of the office, in a booth or whatever the case is. Just make sure you're setting yourself up for success by putting yourself in your correct environment. Like I have a designer friend and she can't work under fluorescent light. She just cannot do it. She has to go and sit somewhere that makes her feel at peace. And then the other thing is block off your calendar. I constantly block off days on my calendar and I tell people I'm having a meeting-free day because as soon as you start to flow and somebody's pinging you or making you go to meetings, you're just never going to get that correct focus. I also reject meetings that I don't think are important. And if somebody really thinks I should be there, will probably message me and say, I actually really want you to be there because I reject meetings if they don't have an agenda. So think about the things that are cutting into your time that'll take away from your ability to flow. And then I also have days that no matter how much I've set myself up for success, I just cannot focus for whatever reason. And I think that's fine. Give into it. Go for a walk. Do something else, just get your mind off of. And if you just go through the whole day and you haven't been able to focus, when you do, let's say at 8 p.m. at night, have that moment where you're like, oh, wow, I'm really flowing. Don't stop. Just continue, work outside of your work hours if that's the time. If you've goofed off during the day because you couldn't focus, just make the time when you feel like you are managing to really flow. That's what I do. And then I don't feel bad about it because I know it's kind of balanced out.
You just saw a snippet from whiteboard.fm. You can watch the entire episode by clicking on the link in description. We have hundreds of clips on design case studies, hiring processes, and much more. This podcast is a part of the 10K Designers Network. Check out our website whiteboard.fm to learn more.